Hi, welcome back to Average Takes Weekly Pick'ems episode.
Welcome
Today,
back. Welcome back.
Yes,
we got
sir.
something a little bit exciting. We're going to do a little bit more than just your average pick'ems. We're going to be throwing in a little bit of our power rankings in there.
We got your average power rankings coming in hot.
Yeah,
Week 6, baby.
After 6 weeks in the NFL, we're going to decide on who we think is from 32nd, dead last, to 16th. And then,
Can I just say I put in way too much work for this to not mean fucking anything? I literally wrote like paragraphs on all the teams, and literally it's just going to be a waste because all these teams are going to lose, and it's all going to be changed anyways. But let's get into it. I'm excited.
Yeah.
if you guys think we're wrong,
30
comment in the section. Comment down below.
yes.
Let's
Let
get
us
it.
know. Let us
Let's
know.
hear
Comment.
it. Let's hear it. Let's hear everything.
Down below. Because 32, you're all green, though, is Jets.
Yeah, 100%.
100%. That's locked
100%.
in. That's
Locked
locked in.
in.
There's not even much to say. That
Jets
team's
suck.
awful.
Suck.
Get rid of
The
your
only thing I
coach.
can say is fire Adam Gase.
Yes.
Bro.
Gase gotta
Fire
go.
him. Whole staff. Get out of here.
Maybe
gotta
they'll
go.
win. After teams fire their head coach this year, they're undefeated.
1-0. 1-0 after they fire head
It
Might
coaches.
not happen for the
2-0.
Or
Jets,
2-0, yeah.
but still fire Adam Gase. Even though it's probably
Happen for the
probably,
Jets.
probably not going to happen. But
As long as they got Flacco, I have absolute no hope.
They have no stars on that team. They need some big name on there, bro.
I just don't get how Flacco
Rebuild.
keeps going around and getting jobs in places. Like I don't get it. I
Because
really don't at all.
He has a thing on his name that says Super Bowl winning quarterback
Exactly.
Joe Flacco.
Yeah.
Teams are like, oh, he can bring us to a Super Bowl. No, he can't. Sorry,
No,
Jets.
he can't.
Yeah,
The defense led that whole team.
The Jets are like, it must be Flacco. Flacco's the answer. That's all we need. We're one piece away from being a championship team, and it's Flacco.
I think we're talking too much on the worst team in the league.
Yeah, we're stuck now on the Jets, but we said we don't need to say much.
Yeah. I think we are stuck on the Jets. 31, I think it has to be Washington football team.
Yes, sir.
I got
After that loss to the Giants, knocked them down a peg.
31
For
Washington
sure.
football team.
Locked in.
I'm glad we're
100p.
good on the two worst teams in the league.
100p.
What do you
Anything
got,
to say
30?
about them?
No.
All right.
No. I mean,
30.
the only thing they got good for them is they just got they took like the second pick last year, and then they're going to get the second pick again. Moving on. Giants beat
Okay,
them after being 0-5. 30.
but you still suck. Your division buddy, you're stuck at 30. You and the
Yeah.
Redskins both suck. If the Jets weren't there, you'd be 31 and 32. But
I
thanks
got
to the Jets, you
30.
guys move up to 30.
30 is the Jags for me.
Oh,
I agree. 30 is the Jags for me also.
Jags. You think
Really?
Jags are better than the Giants?
No, they're worse. 29 is the Giants.
All right, that's what I meant. Sorry. You think the Jags are actually worse than the Giants?
I think the Giants have more potential. If the Giants had Saquon Barkley, they'd be in a lot more of these games.
They
but
don't.
we're
don't
talking
have
out
them.
for the year.
Now,
Out for the year.
yeah.
Well, I have a problem with this one because the Jags have a better ranked running game. They got a better running back. They have a better quarterback. They have a better defense.
I agree.
Giants have nothing. Giants got nothing on defense. Their quarterback is terrible.
They
They're
would
gonna
be
have to draft a new one
0-6
already.
if they didn't get a fumble to the house. So that's where I
Yeah,
put
exactly.
my bet. If that ball bounces a different way, the Giants are 0-6. I think they're almost the worst team in the league. Put them at 30. I think
they
that's
got
a
it.
lot.
They got to be
bro.
30. The Jags got a little bit of
That's a
potential. So I'll
football
give them the
god
29
bounce
spot.
for them to not
Okay,
be.
so this is what we're gonna have to vote on. So can we vote real quick? All right, you guys are locked in, huh? At Giants at 30. You two, Shenny and Roman. Or you guys want
Giants at 29.
I'm willing to move it.
Okay, so let's
Yeah.
vote.
You
then.
guys
Let's
might have just
vote.
bribed me.
Okay, so let's go. Shenny, you're sticking with the Giants at 30, right?
Jags.
No.
Sorry, I keep saying that. I keep saying
Yeah.
I'm Giants at 30. You're Jags. Okay.
Yeah.
So then, Roman, are you gonna stick with Giants, or are you gonna move the Jags into
Yeah.
30?
I mean, yeah, I'll move him because I feel
Giants
like I'm
at
an
30?
idiot for saying Saquon even though he's out for the year. But yeah, the
And
ball
Bob,
doesn't.
you're gonna
The
go
ball
with
doesn't
Giants
bounce that
too?
way. Yeah.
Yeah, I agree.
Okay,
If
so
that
that's
ball doesn't
Shenny,
bounce.
Shenny, you got voted off. We respect your pick, but it's going to be Giants at 30, and then we'll move on to 29. Shenny, you get it going at 29. Who do you got?
Giants.
No.
All right, I got the Jags then. The Jags
All right.
Yeah, I can
Jags
agree
are
with that.
my 29th team. They have weapons to move up in this list. Joe Burrow looks like he could win football games, but they're just not putting it together as a team.
Wait. You say Joe Burrow on the Jags?
Oh, yeah.
Like Bortles,
Gardner
buddy.
Minshew.
I'm
Minshew.
skipping
Gardner
ahead.
Minshew.
I'm skipping ahead
Gardner
right
Minshew.
now.
Yeah.
That was
Gardner
a
Minshew.
Roman. That was a Roman brain fart.
Yeah.
It's funny because I had a brain fart.
Forget
Let's
Right?
get a
even
that's
my
terrible
pick.
right there. Let's get a that's terrible right
That's
there.
terrible. Yeah,
Oh,
gotta
terrible
be there.
Okay, so Jags at 29.
Yeah.
That, like you're saying, though, they do
You
have
heard
potential
my
because that
28th
defense
pick.
has some pieces. And now for 20, Roman, did you say anything on 29 too? You agree with Jags there?
I agreed with Jags. Yeah, I just
Cool.
switched them. Yeah.
Roman, who do you got for the 28th spot?
I got the Cincy and Joe Burrow Bengals.
Yeah,
Okay.
you heard my 28th.
Yeah.
I agree.
Yeah.
I'll rock with that. I have it differently. I put a different team there, but I guess I'll rock with that because I don't mind that team being lower because I don't really see any potential in them. They played decent against Indy, who's pretty high on my list.
They just need to put more players on that offense for Joe Burrow to throw to, bro. They ain't got nobody. Here's AJ Green, but I mean, Joe Burrow's obviously not using him as much as he should be.
Yeah.
Next year's draft, they need to spice up that O-line, spice up that defense a little bit. Go get someone in free agency for the offensive weapons. I agree with you there. Move on from the AJ Green. Like finally, I think he doesn't fit in this young team anymore. I think they should trade him, but
yeah,
I agree. This team's 28. It honestly could have been 29 with tied with the Jags as bad, but
yeah,
it's bad football down here at the bottom.
Yeah, I agree.
Who do you got, Bob, at 27?
Right now at 27, I have Eagles, but
damn,
I think that's low on the Eagles. I don't know. Now that I'm thinking about it,
I
think it should be
Dallas
the Cowboys. Yeah, I agree with
that's
you
who
there.
I have. I have the Dallas Cowboys. They just locked Dak Prescott,
I don't know why.
and they looked pretty terrible with Andy Dalton.
I have the Vikings at 27.
Yeah, I got the Vikings here at 27. I'm gonna have to agree with Shenny. The Vikings.
The Cowboys are better than the Vikings right now.
Only for right now. I think looking forward, I think the Cowboys are going to be terrible and going to drop a lot.
To the Falcons.
How bad is Dalvin, or how hurt is Dalvin Cook though? That's
a big question mark.
Okay,
but
if he's coming back next week, then I don't think the Vikings.
They have a bye though. They have a bye, so they can't be any better. We have to judge what they did last week, and they lost to the Falcons.
Yeah.
Okay. I agree.
That's
with you.
why
All right.
I put Minnesota there.
That makes sense.
I rank Cowboys up because they have 2
bye.
wins. They have a huge injury, and they got some pieces on offense. With Zeke, they can't be counted out in that division.
Can we tell them to move on from Andy Dalton? He looked just terrible in that Cowboys offense.
Where do you move on to? Though?
I go. Josh Rosen is on Bucks practice squad. Bucks practice squad, and I go, Josh Rosen. Let's just see what you could do in this offense.
Try something.
You have to stay with Andy Dalton. He has. I don't know. He has this much playoff experience, but he has it.
And want me to tell you, that Cowboys team looked like they gave up. You told me Andy Dalton's there, and Zeke
they looked like they gave up. They weren't
I don't care
rushing for tackles or anything, bro. That coach
fumbled
twice.
Bro. Like it just looked like
twice.
Yeah, it looked
That's
like
why I think Cowboys should be.
Doesn't look like they want to be out there no more.
I think you guys are jumping the gun on the Cowboys.
In the league.
I do.
I think you guys are jumping the gun on the Cowboys. Shooting them. You guys are taking them out back too soon because they do have 2 wins.
But they have the worst defense in the league. Best offense, but Dak hasn't been there. And
they won those 2 games with Dak because Dak is a beast.
It's true.
Bro.
That's why I think you guys are 1 week ahead on dropping the Cowboys out of here. I think it's going to take one more big loss for the Cowboys, and then they drop down.
Okay, I agree with that.
That makes sense.
I guess I'm too early because they're still first place in that division.
Yeah, they literally are first place in that division. Yeah.
So that's why like I said too, Andy Dalton is a turnover machine, bro. He throws picks all game. That's literally textbook Andy Dalton. He throws picks. He gets turnovers. He can play at a high level. He's got good arm talent, but for some reason he throws a lot of interceptions. 27. Are we all agreeing that it's going to be the Vikings for now because of the loss to Atlanta? We're going to put Minnesota there.
Yep.
Yeah.
Cool. Everybody cool with that?
27.
Yeah.
That's what I got.
Minnesota at 27. Who's got 26? 26, in my head, looks like the Falcons right now. But I'll let one of you guys quarterback this one if you guys want to go with it.
Okay, so
I like Falcons
27
there.
was Vikings.
I had 26. I had Cowboys, but they're interchangeable. I think Cowboys can be 25 with the Falcons.
Yeah, that's what I was
the only
saying,
reason
too. I have Falcons at 26 too.
Yeah, only reason I would rank the Cowboys above is because they are first place in their division. But I think, like I said, a week from now, it's going to be Cowboys dropping a couple spots.
Which is fine.
Bob, what do you think?
No, I agree with that. Falcons were 0-5 before this week. They played good, though, after Dan Quinn. So I think this team has those weapons that they could actually win some games. I think Matt Ryan's actually playing pretty good. Has some stats that show for it. With Julio coming back.
Julio went off. Yep.
Yeah, he went off, and I think the future of this, like for the season standpoint, looks decent ahead. I don't know if they can make a turnaround with 5 losses already, but it just sucks that they waited so long to fire their coach and turn around.
The offense has so many pieces.
5
bro. It
losses
like they
is
made a run this
so
year.
many to come back from. Like,
yep.
I mean, you might as well want to tank and get a pick, but I know no one wants to hear that.
But looking for the future for Falcons fans, they got a lot of good pieces on offense. If they get some defensive pieces, that team could be a team to watch in this division for years to come. You got old Drew Brees and old Tom Brady in that division. That division is looking wide open in the future, near future.
Yep.
Okay, so that is number 26, right?
Yep.
26, we got Atlanta. Okay.
Yep. And so 25 would then
is
be
the boys. Would be the Cowboys. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I feel like we're all close. Everything from my list is like switching, jumping ahead and backwards.
Yeah, I had to move a couple right here, but we're pretty close on all these. It's all teams that are right next to each other.
Yeah.
So Dallas goes to 25. Who do we have left out? No, we're moving into like the Philly Chargers discussion on my list.
Yep.
Okay.
But 24, I have the
Philly.
Texans.
I have Philly at 24.
I think Texans are better than Philly.
Yeah.
You do think Texans? Though. See, my problem with Philly is Philly has the draw. They played well against Baltimore. They got one win. And Houston only has the win their whole season. They've lost to a bunch of teams.
Well,
Houston's
though, in every loss.
Without Bill O'Brien, they played the Titans and they went to overtime. They just were tired, and Derrick Henry is a beast.
Even before Bill O'Brien, when they played the Steelers, they only lost by a touchdown.
A lot of close games. That's
a lot of close games. I think the Texans are a lot better than they played. I mean, they lost by a touchdown, or 8 points to the Vikings, 7 points to the Steelers. They lost by pretty bad to the Ravens, and then by 2.
They just have no defense, bro. They get scored on too much, bro. I feel like I don't know. They're just they can't hold teams, bro. They got to score a lot of points to win games.
24 is Philly. Yeah.
So wait, 25 was Houston, right? We just locked in Houston.
I guess I could put 24
25
because
was Cowboys. 25 was Cowboys.
Oh, sorry. Let me see. Oh yeah, I got that. So
the Eagles just lost Zach Ertz too, so I think I could pull him down.
Wait, so we're locking in? I thought we were locking in Houston at 20.
I think the Eagles look so bad.
No, way worse than them.
No, we got to go off what we know, though. So we know Houston's 1-5, and we know that Philly's 1-4-1, right? And when you guys saw the game last week, that was 30-28 against a top 5 ranked defense, Baltimore.
They looked good.
They lost.
And they have the draw. Yeah, and all of their games have been close, just like Houston. So we're ranking Houston high on close games, but we're not ranking Philly high on close games.
No,
and they have a better record.
Philly just lost Zach Ertz, bro.
But I'm looking at this.
Houston just lost their coach and their GM.
Yeah, but their quarterback's still playing like really well.
Philly doesn't have Miles Sanders anymore. He's out.
Yeah,
I agree. Houston does look like the more potential team.
Jeffrey.
I'm saying right now, though, I think if going off of what we know, that Philly team is technically the better team.
Yeah.
Look into the future, Houston. I'll give you guys it though. We'll go Philly there at 24.
And then Houston can be 23.
All right, 24 Houston.
24 Eagles.
Right. Yeah. Sorry.
23 Houston. Yeah.
24 Philly. And then 23 Houston.
Yes, sir.
And then so that automatically puts Chargers at 22 for me.
Yep.
Okay. Chargers 22. What do you got?
I put 22 as Detroit Lions over.
I gave them a little bit of better ranking over Denver and LA Chargers because they beat Arizona and the defense hasn't looked awful. The only 2 wins they have this year is Arizona and Jacksonville, though. And they've lost to – let me see who they lost to.
They lost to Green Bay, I think.
They lost to Saints, I think. I actually don't have it written down.
The Bears. They lost to the Bears.
Yeah, they lost to the Bears, which is a top 5 defense.
Yep, they're 5-1.
They lost to Carolina, who's a top 10 team, I think. Top 15, at least.
They played Chicago, Green Bay, Arizona.
Yeah.
New Orleans and Jacksonville.
Yep.
Okay, so
they've
lost
to New Orleans,
they lost
Green Bay,
to New Orleans
and
I think that line seems
they're better than their record shows.
Yeah.
I ranked them above both Broncos and Chargers coming up next. So I haven't even got to them.
Chargers are better than the Broncos.
What?
The Broncos
is too good for Denver.
That defense is good.
They just beat the Patriots.
Patriots coming off, but Cam Newton looks like that COVID really hurt him. He didn't play good at all. I don't think that Patriots seems good.
The Chargers, the last time we saw
the Broncos have a win versus the Jets, and the Chargers had 3 leads in all 3 of the last games.
I think 1-4.
This Chargers, but they're playing better than
they have potential though.
Record.
Way more potential.
Now coming off this bye week, we have so many guys coming off the injury report too. I think this Chargers seems better than that Broncos.
I think these 2 teams are so close that it could go either way for me.
They're either back to back either way. So I mean, if you're gonna give them that 1 win because they beat the Jets, but the Chargers only beat the Bengals, so I mean, either way, you could go either way.
Both beating teams that are ranked like in the 30s.
Yeah, Chargers just went to overtime with the Saints, almost beat Tom Brady and the Bucks, but they lost that one themselves.
They lost, yeah.
I think we got to go. I think we have to rank Denver higher here. I want to rank the Chargers a little higher. I think we have to rank Denver as the better team.
That's fine.
So Chargers 22 and Denver 21.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
And then 20 would be Detroit.
I have Miami and Detroit tandeming each other.
Yeah, I have Miami and Detroit. Yeah.
Yeah. Miami would be 19.
But why?
See how Tua does.
Why Miami over Detroit?
They're on a 3-game win streak, aren't they?
They beat the 49ers, who were shaky and coming back.
Yeah, I mean all the 49ers were coming back like from injury.
They had no running backs, no wide receivers. Their defense was all pretty much banged up. Their O-line was banged up. Then they
defense is playing pretty good right now.
They beat them handily, so they beat them 40 points.
Yeah, they put
40 points on them.
Yeah, they beat the 49ers good, who just beat a top Rams team the week after, and then they shut out the Jets. When the Jets no one's been shut out this year in the league. So
only notable losses, or the only 3 losses they have, are New England, Buffalo, and Seattle.
And those are all top teams. So
I think
that Dolphins team is definitely better than the Lions.
Okay, so we'll go Lions at 20 then. Detroit at 20.
Yes.
Lions 20.
Miami and then
19.
Miami.
18 I have
Panthers.
Carolina.
Yep. No. It's about to be Rocky Boys, Patriots.
Wait, okay, so 20 Lions, 19 who?
20 is the Lions and 19 Miami.
Miami, there we go, sorry.
Patriots at low.
Yep, I had to. Over 49ers just moved up in my book. Indy is still 4-2. Carolina's being only top teams, and Cardinals are just 4-2 team. It has to be Patriots there. Patriots are 2-3 now.
Yeah, I mean I could agree with that, but
I
mean
at 18, 17? Right here in front of Miami, 18.
Oh, 18.
18. So you have them worse than the Colts?
Yep, 4-2.
You have them worse than the Raiders? Oh, wait.
Raiders are about to be 4-2 this week if they win. They're 3-2 right now. Raiders just beat the Chiefs.
All right, you can put them there, but I just think Yeah, you can put them there. That's fine.
Yeah,
the only team I would switch them with is the 49ers but I ranked them higher.
Yeah, I had 49ers
17.
The
Rams. Yeah.
I think the Patriots are better than the Colts, but the Colts their record's better.
Yeah, I think they will be better. Yeah, I think they have better potential going on forward in the season.
At this point,
they have to be 18.
Yeah, and then 17,
I can agree.
say
San
Fran.
They look so bad.
Yeah.
Patriots look so bad.
49ers.
And
I don't
Indy.
think they'll do that again. But
16, I have Colts. Actually, no.
Me too.
16, I have the Browns.
So wait, you gotta rank the Browns above the Colts because they've smacked them.
So at 17, you had Panthers, right?
No, 17 I got 49ers. San Fran.
17 you have 49ers.
18 you got Detroit.
Where did I put the
Wait.
I have coming up right now after Indy.
49ers just beat a good Rams team, bro.
Yeah. But that's all they've done. That's all they've done. They lost to Arizona.
Yeah.
They lost to Miami.
Yeah, I am.
And they lost to the Lions.
Exactly. You lost to teams that are all ranked lower than you.
Yeah. So I'll switch them.
Now and then, so Carolina's only lost to the Bucks, the Bears, and the Raiders, and then that offense has looked good all year.
Yeah.
So that's why I give Carolina the 15 spot and Indy the 16 because Indy does look bad. They're 4-2, but they lost to the Browns.
I thought you were ranked Carolina.
No, Carolina goes 15 and Indy goes 16.
No, we had Carolina lower, I thought.
Okay, so we got 20 Lions, 19 Miami, 18 Carolina.
Patriots? No, 18
Patriots.
Yeah, 20 Lions, 19 Miami, 18 Patriots, San Fran at 17, Indy at 16, Carolina 15. And that puts us right at like halfway. So we could either keep rolling and finish this off or we could stop here and go to pick'ems.
No,
we save the top half for next week or what?
We could keep rolling since we're already here.
I mean, we could keep rolling.
Good. It's only going to take a little bit. I'm sure we're all pretty close.
Yeah, we're close. So we're all good. We're caught up, right? So it's from 16, it goes Indy, Panthers, and then we're on 14 now, right?
14 has to be the Browns. It can't be any better than the Cardinals.
Browns. I have the Browns at 14.
Okay, yeah, I'll give you guys that. I had it the other way around, but I like that just because the Browns got smacked and the Cardinals are looking
13,
good.
Raiders.
13
Raiders.
I
have 13 Raiders. Yep.
No, I have Raiders way up higher.
12, I have Cardinals.
Hold on, slow down, buddy. Slow down.
That's the only people they beat, though, is the Chiefs.
They're 3-2.
They're 3-2.
Okay, they only lost to the Pats week 1, and the Pats were looking their best, or week 2, I think. They lost to the Bills is their only other loss, and that was a close game. Offense is strong. They struggle at times. Their wide receivers are their only hole, though. That defense is pretty good. They're 3-2. I have them ranked above Cardinals, Browns, Saints, and the Rams because the Rams have lost 2 straight now. So we got to wait on – Raiders aren't even in the conversation yet. Raiders are a top 10 team to me.
Really?
Yeah.
Really?
I think they sit on the – they sit
on the cusp.
They're 13.
No, that's where – okay, so Browns went 14. Cardinals went 13.
No, Cardinals are better than the Raiders.
No, they're not yet. Not yet.
Yeah, right now they are.
No, they're not.
They just embarrassed the Cowboys.
Bro, the Cowboys.
The
Raiders just beat the Cowboys 42
the worst
points.
Defense in the world.
Yeah,
42 to 20.
40 to 32 is what
okay, 42 to 32.
What did they do the last week?
They won. It's they lost to the Bills. The Bills, another top 5 team.
Bills and Patriots are
all the Cardinals have done is blow out the Dallas Cowboys, who suck on defense and have no offense.
Yeah, I had to move Raiders up. I agree with that.
Raiders are number 10 for me. The Raiders aren't even here yet. So we got 14 Browns, 13 Cardinals, 12 Saints, right? Or Rams. The Rams and Saints is where we're at. Right? Number 12.
12, yeah, because.
Oh.
I think the Raiders are 12. Like, I can't rank the Raiders as a top 10 team.
Saints.
You have to. They just beat the Chiefs and only have.
Yeah, they beat the Chiefs.
Yeah, and they beat the Saints
last week, though. They had a bye. The Chiefs beat the Bills. So
go off of what the last thing you saw. Go off of what the last thing you saw of them, and that's what the Bills haven't even been talked about yet. The last thing you saw of the Raiders was what? A blowout to the Chiefs.
Blowout to the Chiefs. Yeah.
The win.
A blowout to the Chiefs
by 8 points.
Yeah,
it was a blowout, and the Chiefs started to come back in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, but that's still the
Not a
final
blowout
score
anymore
is
then.
8.
Yeah, you have to rank the Raiders higher. I don't know what you're talking. The Raiders are a good team this year. They're better. The Saints look shaky, and you
I'll
can't say
have them. I'll have them over the Saints. That's it. They're not better than the Bears, and they're not better than the
No,
Rams, and they're
I
not
didn't
better
say
than
the
the Bills.
Bears. No, I haven't even gotten to the Bills yet. I said the Rams and they are better than the Rams though. The Rams just lost to the 49ers, who got blown out by Miami, and that was a
49ers are a
blowout.
good football team, though.
They're not as good as the
better.
Raiders. Not as good as the Raiders this year.
Yeah, Raiders are
this
literally
far. No, yeah. There's no discussion really. The 12 and 11 is Saints or Rams.
Yeah, I
not
agree
the Raiders.
there. I agree there.
So you guys pick for at 12. Do you want the Saints or do you want the Rams?
Rams just lost to a 49ers team that.
The Saints.
Okay, Saints at 12 and Rams
Saints,
at
you got
11.
Michael Thomas coming back. I would go Rams and the Saints, but we could go Saints because what we've seen so far from their team.
Okay, so
I think
Saints,
with the healthy Michael Thomas, that team's way better.
So 12 Rams, 11 Saints?
Okay.
Yeah. Go 12 Saints, 11 Rams.
Okay.
Now we crack into the top 10, and now we can talk about the Raiders.
Top 10. Here we go.
I think
now
Raiders
we
are
talk
10.
about the Raiders. They beat KC. They've only lost to the Bills. What was their other loss? Was the Patriots. And the Patriots were good in the beginning of the year. They're going to start coming back. I think 10 spot is Raiders. That's as high ranked as they can go.
Yeah, that's as high. And they have a big test this week. This is a huge week.
This is a huge test. Yep.
Yeah.
Because they're facing a top team. Yeah.
Shenny, I hear you though.
I don't think they're better than any of those teams.
Because we think about like the Raiders in the past, but you got to think about Josh Jacobs now. They have young wide receivers. This Raiders team's kind of scary. You got to keep it at 10. Definitely at 10.
If you can beat the Chiefs, that says something.
You deserve
about
a top 10. You deserve a top 10.
That says something about your team.
I think
the way they played,
very good.
They've only lost to high-ranked teams. The lowest ranked team was the Patriots, and Patriots have only slipped to 18 because they've been playing bad last 2 weeks because COVID problems.
It's COVID, yeah.
So 10, we lock in Raiders, and now we move to 9.
9,
Bears. Oh, not Rams. Bears, yeah.
No,
not after that Green Bay loss.
So bad.
Not after that Green Bay loss.
No.
Okay, I have Green Bay right in front of them.
Green Bay 9, buddy. I think Green Bay has some.
9's Buffalo.
No.
Oh,
9's Buffalo, bro. What?
No.
I got Buffalo 7.
Yeah.
Baltimore 8, bro.
I have Green Bay locked in at 9, and 8 is Bears.
I have 9 Bears. Bears offense is just so bad. Green Bay lost to a very good Bucks defense.
But bad.
Very good Bucks defense.
They scored
the very good Bucks even only showed up to that day.
This
whole year they haven't showed up.
Is so bad, and their losses versus what team? The Colts.
Another good top 10 ranked defense though.
Yeah, but a bad Colts team.
That's what I don't know how they lost that game.
This defense is very good for the Bears, but the offense is so many question marks, and I think we talked about it last podcast. We literally were saying there's a question mark at quarterback, running back, and wide receivers.
Running back,
yeah.
Their whole offense is the biggest question mark. I think Green Bay had a very bad game, yes, but versus a top 3 defense right now that's playing right now.
So who are we putting 9? The Bears?
I think you got to lean defense. No, I think you got to lean defense here. Just the way the blowout style that Tampa just put a hurting on Green Bay.
Yeah, hurting on a undefeated team.
You haven't seen that with Bears, even with all the question marks on offense.
Yeah, you haven't seen them lose crazy because it was a close game versus Colts. But their wins are.
I'll give it to you.
First,
I'll give it to you. Those two are interchangeable for me, but I'm ranking defense in my mind higher. So
okay,
we'll go 9 to Bears.
8 is Packers then?
Yeah, Packers at 8.
8. Do you like Packers?
Yeah, that's where I have Packers is 8 and.
Okay, and then.
Just
7?
because, but if Packers didn't lose that bad. It would probably be higher still. They were literally like
top 5
number
if they
one.
Won this
some
week.
People's number 1 teams going into last week. So
they'd be top 5 for me for sure if they would have won.
Yeah. So now, Shenny, 7 Bills.
Bills?
Yeah, that's what I have.
7 Bills.
You guys rank Bucks really high, huh?
I think Bucks 6. And Bills are
Bucks 5.
I think that Bucks team is playing really good. I don't know.
Who have the Bills lost to though?
Back-to-back losses. Chiefs and Bills. Or no, Chiefs and Titans. I mean,
2, number one, and the number 3 team maybe. Top 5 teams they've only lost to.
Yeah.
How many top 5 teams have they beat?
The Raiders they beat is a top 10 team.
They look terrible versus Titans. Absolutely terrible. Yeah. That whole team looked bad.
The Bucs look bad against the Chargers. The Bucs have looked bad all year. The Bucs have only looked good this week.
I mean, they look outstanding this week.
I'll put him. I like him at 6.
Who?
Is Army at 6 now?
We're at 7.
We're at 7. We're arguing Bills,
Bucs and Bills. Yeah, Bucs and Bills.
Okay, then I think you do.
I mean, yeah, I agree with you, Tanner. Actually, now that I think about it, they've only lost versus Titans. It was very bad. It was very bad. Yeah. And then they lost versus the Chiefs, which the Chiefs kind of put on a show, bro. The Chiefs literally
put on a show.
200 yards rushing. Pat Mahomes was 21 for 26.
It was raining that game.
Touchdown, raining.
Josh Allen looked like a
rookie.
Yeah.
Josh Allen looked like a rookie. Yeah.
Yeah, I think
that was a good game.
That Bills team started off hot, but now that we're starting to get like deeper into the season, they might start falling off, bro.
No, they got thrown a couple tough games back to back. Look for them to bounce back. This was a close game this week.
It's a big week
for them. They almost won this game.
Yeah.
Yeah, big week for them. I ranked them 1 higher than the Bucs. Only because the Bucs have promise, but they're not. I don't put them above the Bills defense yet.
It's not really a big week for the Bills. They play the Jets, but big week for Bucs.
I think the big problem with the Bills is their running game. If they had a solid running game, that team
why
is
didn't they sign Le'Veon like I was asking?
Yeah, I know,
bro. Oh my god, I said that on the
LaShawn McCoy is not it, bro.
No, they don't have.
We got
Tampa.
That LaShawn McCoy's Tampa for a long time.
I swear he was wearing a Bills jersey last year, bro.
No, they got Singletary, bro. Is their running back?
Oh, Singletary, yeah.
Okay, so who we going 7? Who we going 6?
I mean, I'll agree with you because of Bills' only 2
Bucs
losses
7,
being
Bills
top.
6.
Bucs 7, Bills 6.
Bucs 7, Bills 6.
Ravens 5.
Yep, yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. All right, so we're on 4 then.
4.
Seattle.
No, undefeated.
No.
Yeah, undefeated, bro.
Undefeated?
It's KC. KC lost to the Raiders.
Doesn't look that bad.
It's KC. They lost to the Raiders,
bro?
Yeah.
No.
I think that was a fluke.
Not with the win over the Bills last week, bro.
Close game.
I think fluke.
Close game, but Pat Mahomes showed out, bro.
I put them
MVP. MVP makes. That's the best player in the league right now, bro. When you have the best player in the league, you deserve to be number 1.
There's 3 teams undefeated that look good, and that's my top 3 teams.
Not one.
No,
I can't put you in the top 3 when you lose to the Raiders, buddy, and you play a close game. That's why it's 6 and 5, or it's 5 is Ravens, and then 4 is Chiefs.
I think Titans.
4 is Titans.
Yeah, and then 3 is Chiefs.
3 is Chiefs.
I put 3 Tennessee.
No. Titans definitely top 3. They just blew out Bills. The Bills are top 6 team.
I don't believe in them that much.
Bro,
I think that KC team is.
KC lost to the Raiders. There's no way they get in the top 3 for me. There's simply no way after losing to the Raiders.
I think that was a fluke game.
You don't give up 40 points on a fluke.
Yeah, I think it was a fluke game.
Bro, no way. Chiefs, no way that Tennessee knocks Chiefs out of the top 3, or the Chiefs knock Tennessee out of the top 3.
Yes.
3 undefeated teams.
Yes.
It's so simple.
I got the Steelers. The Steelers are 2 and the Seahawks are 1.
The Bills blew out. Yeah, the Bills got blown out worse. The Bills got blown out worse by the Titans than the Chiefs came back on the Chiefs and Raiders game was closer than the Titans and Bills game.
If we really wanted to, we could switch 2 and 1. Steelers are 1, Seahawks 2.
I mean, if we wanted
Seahawks
to,
almost lost to the Vikings. How are you guys putting Seahawks at 1?
They're 5-0. You said undefeated.
There's 3 5-0 teams, guy. There's 3 of them.
Yeah, and the Steelers don't play a good team, so you can't be
Steelers
number 1,
have a
but
question mark.
I had Steelers as number 1. You didn't even let me get to it. I had number 2 is Tennessee. Number 3 is Seattle. Seattle, though, almost lost to Minnesota. You cannot rank them number 1.
I think Seattle finds ways to win. You
cannot rank them number 1 after the game they had with Minnesota. We're ranking undefeated teams here. So the Chiefs are at 4 because they lost to the Raiders.
I mean, just because they're undefeated doesn't mean they're better, bro.
Bro, they
one team went undefeated all time.
They beat the Bills 42-16. And in games where it's a late game in overtime and they're winning games against a highly talented offense, that shows a lot about your team. They have the number 1 running back in the league. They got a top 3 quarterback in the league. That defense is top 5 in the league. I can't believe that you guys don't have them in the top 3. That's like mind-blowing to me. And you guys have Seattle number 1? What are we talking about here?
I have Seattle 4.
Yeah, no way Seattle's number 1. It's Pittsburgh and Tennessee are the top 2 teams by far, outright, and it's Seattle and Chiefs are battling to stay in the top 3.
And I'm not gonna argue with this.
Yeah, I mean,
I agree with it,
but I think that
the
Seahawks
best
team
team in the
finds
league,
ways to
you
win
guys
all
always,
these games.
you guys always.
Bro, they barely beat Minnesota.
But they, I don't know. They have Russell Wilson, and he finds a way to just finish
the
MVP. You have to count on. We're talking about undefeated teams. You got to show the way they won.
But that Steelers offense is like 10th worst in the league.
That defense is lights. You just saw what they did to the Browns, who dropped 49. They dropped 49 on the Indy defense.
Yeah, Steelers are my number 2 team right now, but I just think that offense is a big question mark right now.
Bro, that Indy defense was supposed to be top 5 going into the game against the Browns, and the Browns dropped 49 on them, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so then they go on and they get shut out by Pittsburgh. That says everything you need to know about Pittsburgh defense. Everything. That's the number 1 defense in the league.
Yeah, it is.
38-7
number 1 right now.
Baltimore also did it to Cleveland, though. If you don't remember, it was 38-6.
Yeah,
so that defense is also just as good, or it's up there at least. But I say it has to be Chiefs at 4 because only the Raiders lost, and you go top 3 is the undefeated teams, and then we can argue that.
Okay.
Let's lock it in. Let's go top
that.
3. Okay, 4 is Chiefs. Now let's argue the top 3. Where do you want Seattle? Where do you want Tennessee? Where do you want Pittsburgh? Go. Shoot. Somebody shoot.
Tennessee 3, Seattle 2, Steelers 1.
I like that.
I don't know.
Yeah.
That Steelers offense is such a big question mark for me.
Defense wins championships.
Their defense is huge, though. They just lost Devin Bush, who's literally calls all their plays. He hasn't missed a single snap all year. I don't know. I don't know. It's hard. It's very hard. I think that Steelers offense is the biggest question mark, though. And so they're going to have to show up this week.
I can't give Seattle a top 2 spot in my head. There's just no way after I watched them. They played close games all year against the Patriots.
They're all close.
Against Minnesota. There's no dominant wins. You see dominant wins on both sides, Pittsburgh and Tennessee. And it's against good teams. They're dominating. That's 1 and 2 to me. I mean, 3 has to be Seattle.
Steelers have only saw one good team, I think, and it was the Browns.
Yeah, but dominated that team when they got the
Dominated them, yes.
That's what you have to do. They
always.
There's a question mark on the talent that you played, and you come out against the first good team, the first real test, and you smack them in the mouth like that, and you go, "Hey, look, check this out."
Yeah,
that says everything I need to know. That defense comes out ready to play.
Varsity versus JV.
Yeah, bro.
Well, it's
that's
crazy.
Exactly what it looked like.
The attitude this team has when Ben is back playing at quarterback. He doesn't need to be old Ben. Just his presence gives the team enough confidence to know, hey, we can win this game with this guy no matter what.
But where did you have the Browns ranked before this loss?
Top 10, easily.
Top 10, really?
Oh, yeah. The NFL rankings had them top. They were number 8 on NFL rankings.
We haven't agreed to a single thing they said because I watched them all day long yesterday.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I just don't – I don't want to put Steelers number 1 because of that offense. That defense
roll back 2 weeks. Roll back 2 weeks ago on the pick'ems when we were all hype on Cleveland.
Yeah, no,
we were all. You don't want to put that Steelers defense at number 1.
No, that Steelers defense is number 1. I'm just saying.
Okay,
I don't.
Okay.
I think that Steelers defense is number 1 by far right now.
Yeah.
But their offense is literally. I was looking at it last night. It's top 10 worst in the league, passing and rushing.
We haven't needed to be a shootout with anyone.
I know.
Limits.
So who Bob?
But
then who do you got at number 1?
It has to be the Steelers.
Bob, who do you got at number 1?
It was Seahawks. Is my list right now.
Whoa, bro.
I think they have the MVP that he goes down there and wins games in the close ones. He's bailing his defense out.
I had Chiefs at 1 before all of this.
That's
because I think Patrick Mahomes is fucking nasty, bro.
If we're doing MVP rankings, he might have moved himself up to number 1. Since we talked about that last time, after I was saying he might not be up there. Bro, the way he played against that.
Bro, he played great, bro.
What he played was good. Okay, let's stay on topic, though. So you thought Chiefs were going to be number 1.
I thought Chiefs were going to be number 1.
You're going hard for Seattle here. You love Russell Wilson.
I mean, it's a toss-up, but yeah.
It's 2 votes Pittsburgh. That's what that means to me. Pittsburgh's number 1.
Yeah, that's what we have to write in because that's how we've been doing this. But
that's why we've been doing it, yeah.
I agree.
But who's number 2, Tennessee or Seattle?
That's another question mark. We don't know. I
think Seattle.
So you think this week is going to be a matchup of 1 and 2?
Yeah. I think as of right now, the 2 best teams in the league are playing each other at 10 a.m. on Sunday.
Better wake up early, folks.
Yeah, you gotta get that in, so we'll go Seattle.
You already know 2. I'll be up. You already
Seattle
know.
at 2, Pittsburgh 1, Titans at 3.
Finally, right? I'm glad there's some respect on Pittsburgh this podcast.
I made the money spread in this game is 1.
Yeah.
The money line is -1.5 Steelers to -115 Titans.
We should get into some pick'ems right now. We've gone pretty far.
Yeah, we have
we finished our rankings, so
that's our power rankings, boys.
Top five again. We have Steelers as
Titan.
1. Titans is 2.
No, Seattle. I gave Seattle 2.
Okay. That's what I was wanting to know.
Seattle's 2.
3 Tennessee.
4 Chiefs.
And 5 Ravens.
Yeah. That's the top 5. And that's pretty crazy that it's both Baltimore and Pittsburgh are top 5.
Yeah.
Yeah. They're on the same division if you didn't know that. And we play each other next week.
Yep.
Back-to-back hard games for Pitt.
It's going to be a good one.
All right, so since we are talking about Pittsburgh and the Steelers being our number 1 ranked team.
The game of the week.
Let's start with the game of the week. Shenny, go ahead, my friend. The floor is yours.
Buddy.
So I got Battle of the Undefeated. Somebody's O's got to go. We've said this at least once time every week. And Steelers obviously have the number 1 ranked defense. If you have no idea, if you don't watch football, they have the best defense in the league. But right now they have the 28th ranked offense, which is kind of weird. But our defense is so good that our offense can take a chill pill. We don't need to be explosive. When we're explosive, you've seen it. Claypool had 4 touchdowns in 1 game. You know, he can do it. He's been explosive the last 3 games, and defense wins championships. So you have to take the Steelers in this one. The Titans, they kind of sit in the middle of the pack with both offense and defense. They have the 15th best offense and then the 17th best defense. Derrick Henry is obviously a stud on that team, and Steelers, their defense, they're missing out on Devin Bush, but I think that if we can make Ryan Tannehill make plays in this game, because he's not going to be 100% like Derrick Henry. Derrick Henry can be 100% on making plays. He's that type of game changer. Make Ryan Tannehill throw the ball and let this defense eat him up. So that's the keys of the game.
This ain't Baker Mayfield, though. This Ryan Tannehill we're talking about, and this Derrick Henry we're talking about here. So you already know I'm going Tennessee this week. You already know I'm going Oppo. That's all I got to say. I'm excited for this one.
This game is huge in my eyes. We have battle of 2 top 3 teams. Like Shenny was alluded to, Steelers are 28th offense, but it's not like they're playing bad. It's not like Big Ben's out here throwing picks. He has 11 touchdowns, 1 interception. For coming back off an injury, Big Ben's playing really well. This defense has been buying them out of games. I think the one thing that's going to hurt this Tennessee team is losing their leader on offense to the line, Taylor Lewan. I think that opens up a huge advantage for the Steelers. I give it to that Steelers D-line this week. That Taylor Lewan missing piece on that O-line, to put in a backup who doesn't get much playing time at your left tackle spot, the blind side for the quarterback. I think that's huge being an offensive line myself. I'm going to go Steelers this week. The number 1 team stays number 1. Shenny, how about them Steelers?
Here
we go. Dog pound chant.
Well,
because I'm still dog pound.
Right out of my mouth. Yeah, I think the Pittsburgh is going to take this just for solely on their defense. Taylor Lewan is a big loss. I was going to say that, but Bob took it out of my mouth. What's it called? Weak side, losing your tackle on the weak side is going to definitely put some pressure on Ryan Tannehill, and I feel like he's just going to
TJ Watt.
His brain's going to go. His brain's going to go crazy and start throwing picks, and Derrick Henry's not going to be able to go nowhere. Taylor wants a big loss, bro. I'm sorry.
I don't think that Devin Bush isn't a big loss because Derrick Henry leads the league in rushing. And
I'm banking on that Pittsburgh offense being shaky this week, and that Tennessee
and they have been. So, I mean, not shaky, but it just hasn't been very good.
That team is good. You can't knock them.
Yeah.
So this is gonna be tough. I hate to
this
start with
game could be tied. You guys could have a 0-1 next week.
Yeah,
I'm just
5-0-1 for both of you.
The tides change after 1 week. We love it on the average shakes. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, it's the
we've
matchup.
been watching the Steelers. We've been it's mostly most of the Steelers hate was hate on Shenny, just talking back and forth with Shenny.
We watched the Steelers just so we can talk shit to Shenny, and it's making me start to like realize more. Like, maybe this team is fucking.
This team might be something now.
Maybe it's the same thing I do with the Dodgers. Maybe it's the same thing I do with the Dodgers.
It's so surprising when Shenny's right. So it's just like, damn.
Game 1.
Maybe it's the same thing I pick with the Dodgers. It's just
yeah, exactly. Yeah.
But damn, so it's
I'm the only one oppo of the group. Yeah. So that's shitty. I had a bad week last week on Pick'em. Shenny had a great week. I'm trying to make a comeback. Maybe I get it on this one. What's the next game?
Well, we jumped ahead because that's our game of the week, but let's actually move like we should have and talk Thursday night football.
Oh yeah, trash game.
The worst game ever. No one is even gonna watch this. We could have skipped it.
Literally.
Giants, Eagles. Cares. No one really cares, but this division is still up for grabs.
I don't even know who to pick.
I saw today on Twitter that the NFL projected how the season's going and how it will finish, and it says the Eagles will win with a 9-1 record is what it said.
Yuck.
They will win the division.
It looks like
6-9-1, and I mean honestly, the way they played versus the Ravens, coming back late in the game, is giving me a little bit of hope for this Eagles team.
Yeah.
I think this Giants team is still bad. And they barely beat the football team, who's also bad. This Eagles team has a little bit of glimmer. I'm going to have to go Eagles here.
I'm going to go with you on Eagles. Eagles beat the Giants. 100p.
Yeah, I agree. Eagles beat Giants.
I think it's tough to pick just because that Rams-Giants game sticks out in my head, that they were close and competitive with the Rams. I have to stick with the group here, Philly. I just don't see Giants being able to pull it off and actually get a win here. I think Philly has a little bit more of what it takes to get a W.
I mean, Carson Wentz has more interceptions than touchdowns, but so does Daniel Jones.
Yeah.
So it's a matchup of two pretty bad football teams, and with no Miles Sanders.
No Miles Sanders.
Wait, Miles Sanders out?
Yeah.
And Zach Ertz, Roman said earlier, right?
Yeah, Zach Ertz is out too, yeah.
But they've had nobody on offense. Boston Scott, he's been playing all year. Fulham, he came out of nowhere. I don't even know where that guy's from.
All right, what's the next game?
Jags Chargers.
Jags Chargers. What you guys got?
Another matchup of two pretty bad teams, but I want to hear what you guys have to say about this.
LAC versus Jags.
Go
ahead.
So the Jags actually have, it's not good, but they're ranked 16th for offense, but 30th on defense. So you can see that their defense is pretty bad. Gardner Minshew has flashes of being good, but he's not consistent with it, and you don't really know who he's going to throw to every game. They got like DJ Chark sometimes. James Robinson's the bright spot on the offense, but their defense is really bad, and they give up a lot of points. The Chargers, their offense is ranked pretty bad, 23rd ranked, but they have they have a top 10 defense, 9th best defense right now. The Chargers just continue to blow leads in games late in the second half, but my keys to this game is when the Chargers get a lead, don't blow it, and they'll get a win this game.
Yeah, Jaguars allow 30 points to be scored on them. That's their average every week, or average this week. So I feel like if the Chargers can score 30, their defense can hold the Jags to 7 points maybe. I don't believe in Gardner Minshew that much.
I don't know.
I don't know this game. I think I'm going to have to stick with my boys here, Chargers. And just one reason really is Justin Herbert. I think Herbert's the bright spot in this game alone. Chargers are coming off a bye week, which I think they've had a while to prepare for this Jags team. Jags haven't really shown me much this year. I mean, they look I mean, I don't even know how I would explain this Jags team. I don't think Minshew's that good. They have some pieces that work for this team, but I don't know. I have to go Chargers here just because I think we could score, and the defense has been decent. If we don't give up a second back comeback, like Shenny was saying, we have like a 4-1 record. So I got to go Chargers here, and the fact that Justin Herbert has looked very good this season.
Yeah, I think even with injuries that are going on with the Chargers, and now Mike Williams is back, so you got Mike Williams, Keenan Allen out there. Is Eckler going to be back anytime soon?
I'm hearing not this week, but next week.
I picked Jags the last 2 weeks and they shit the bed for me, so I'm going Chargers for sure. I'm sticking with the group on this one.
Well, I wanted to take the Chargers, but I'm not. I'm gonna go with the Jaguars here.
Damn.
If Jags can pull this one off. Going to I haven't bet with the Chargers all year, so I'm not gonna do it this week. So Jags.
Good pick. He might get that one. It's a close game.
It's a very close game.
I wanted to go Jags. I just couldn't do it after 2 L's back to back with me picking them. What's the next game?
Lions Falcons. How we feeling there?
Yuck.
Lions Falcons.
This one either.
I mean, the Jags just lost to the Lions. Pretty bad. This Lions team looked pretty good versus the Jags.
This Lions team is so shaky. They look pretty good and they look pretty bad all at once.
Why can't they stick with one of their young running backs and tell Adrian Peterson to go home?
To go home.
Yeah. Guy's a workhorse, bro.
I mean, he's a workhorse, but if you have D Swift in your backfield,
he scored 20 points last game, bro.
Yeah,
put that guy in, bro.
On 14 carries, had over 100 yards and 2 touchdowns. This Lions team is good. Minshew said this Lions defense was good. I'm pretty sure
it's Minshew though.
Yeah, I mean,
I like Minshew, but still.
Lions lost to the Bears in a close game.
Bro, Adrian Peterson went from being like a Mustang beginning of his career. Now he's a donkey. He's just, you load him up. He's a pack
Literally.
mule.
Pack mule, bro. Literally. Put him on the 2-yard line and just follow them, let them go into the touchdown, bro.
I love to see it too. I'm glad that he's getting a chance over there in Detroit after Arizona got rid of him.
They have so many young running backs, though, that I think
Patricia thinks he's Bill Belichick 2.0. Like, he's trying
he
to –
definitely does.
He swears he's Bill Belichick, bro. But it just doesn't – it never pans out for him.
The Falcons coming off a win, though.
This is literally a toss-up.
They actually have the third-ranked offense right now. They have a top-5 offense, second in passing, but their defense.
Matt Ryan has the.
I'm gonna say fuck it, Falcons.
Yeah, Falcons. That's who I have picked.
I was leaning towards too. Yeah,
I couldn't go anywhere else. They beat Vikings. The Vikings have looked competitive. I got to go ATL.
Julio Jones is back. I mean,
fuck you guys. I'm going Lions.
Oh shit!
Championships. The defense is going to shut down Matt Ryan and make him look embarrassed.
Shenny looking to have another big week.
I'm going Lions.
Damn. We might be sitting here next week on the podcast, Shenny going, I was right. I called everything. What's the next game? Wait, did we all pick there? Atlanta and then Shenny only going Lions, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Browns, Bengals.
Let me keep track real quick. So everybody went Pitt. You guys all went Pitt.
Yeah.
Who went Philly and who went Giants? Everybody went Philly?
I went Philly.
Yeah.
I went Philly, yeah.
Shenny was the only one to go Jags.
Hey, Shenny.
I'm not betting with my heart.
BTR went ATL. Shenny went Lions. Okay, what's the next game?
Browns, Bengals.
Yuck.
And guess what? I'm going Browns.
Yuck.
The Browns have the number 1 rushing team. I don't know how. Really don't know how still. That's just how much they were ahead of the rest of the pack, I guess. The keys to this game is Baker Mayfield maybe wants to come to the game today. Maybe they can win.
I think that cycle that you had me put in, Baker does good, then talk shit, get shit on.
That's what's going to happen this game. He's going to do good this game.
I mean, this is the week to do it.
There's that one commercial, I think it's Progressive or something, where he's he's like at Cleveland Stadium and he's eating the stands. He's like, "Oh, I'm picking up the trash. This is my home." And that's he's been in the stands the last couple of weeks, like watching the games.
Yeah.
He hasn't even been on the field, so maybe he wants
Picking
to
up
come step on the
groceries.
field today. So
they need to get the Hulu Baker out of there, bro. They need
Yeah,
the
for
Baker
real.
back in there, bro.
Literally.
I gotta go Browns too.
Yeah, the Bengals are just they're just really bad.
They already
Bengals are
beat the
just that
Bengals this
bad.
year too. Week 2, they beat the Bengals. I think 38-35.
Yeah, I'm gonna go Browns. Also, I don't think.
I'm Browns also.
Everybody Browns. Gonna be a close game though. That game is shitty. I'm not watching that.
Yeah, Panthers Saints. How we feeling?
I'm going with my boy Drew Brees here.
Michael Thomas is supposed to return this week, but he's questionable.
He's coming back. Did you guys see the interview with Cam Jordan where he tell Stephen A. I'm gonna be back next week?
Really?
I got to go with Mike Thomas coming back. I got to go Saints.
Me too.
Yeah,
Saints.
I'm going Saints for sure.
Yeah, I'm taking Saints as well, but they have the number 2 defense right now ranked. The Panthers have the number 6 offense. Michael Thomas is going to come back. The Saints defense is going to shut down Teddy B. Teddy B might have a little chip on his shoulder. It was a little revenge game for him. He was on the Saints last year, so I don't know what kind of revenge he needs. But
I think the Saints team just knows him, knows his Kirk.
Offense kind of proven though with Carolina. With all the injuries they had, and they're still playing at a high level, that offense is pretty good.
Their running back.
The game was need to slow down the Panthers offense and then take your points when you're on the Saints. Get all the points.
Yep.
Yeah,
everything you can get.
I agree there. Their backup running back stepping in for Christian McCaffrey. Michael
Davis.
Michael Davis.
Yeah, Mike Davis.
Mike Davis.
I said Mike. I'm gonna
like
fuck up a name every episode. You guys remember when I said Melanson too? I said Melancone.
Yeah.
Sorry. Keep going.
I don't even remember what I was saying.
Yeah, that's my bad, bro. We were talking about the fucking Saints, and you were talking about Carolina. Mike Davis.
Oh yeah, Mike Davis is a stud. But I think with Michael Thomas coming back, the Saints offense is going to explode. I would have to go Saints here, 100%.
Definitely going Saints here. Teddy Bridgewater looked like ass against the Bears, threw 2 picks. Michael Thomas back on the Saints. Definitely Saints.
Do we really have to talk Bills, Jets? Bills?
No talk.
Bills.
No
Bills.
My notes, it says Bills. And then fuck the Jets. That's all.
But, I mean, Bills have come off 2 losses, so I'd like them to put a smack down to the Jets.
Smackdown on
if they don't smack the Jets, I think you might be spot on with saying the Bills are going to start falling off. If they don't smack the Jets, they got to be on their way out.
If it's a close game, I'm still putting Bills are on the fall, bro.
If the Jets score, bro. If the Jets score, don't be the first team. Don't be the first team for the Jets to score on in 3 weeks, bro. Come on.
The Jets score, bro.
Another bad game we don't really need to talk about is Cowboys football team.
Ugh.
Boys.
Honestly, I really have nothing written down for them. It's just a terrible game. I'm going to have to go Cowboys, though, because
hopefully Zeke doesn't fumble the ball.
Yeah, maybe because of Zeke. I don't even know why I'm taking the Cowboys.
Yeah.
I'm not. I'm going football team, bro.
Yeah.
You're going football team?
I got to go football team. They had a close game with the Giants. Dallas looks horrendous last week. I think Dallas has got nothing this year anymore. That defense is the worst in the league. It's got to be football team this week.
I think Dallas's players called their coaches out on the media this week. So I think Dallas's coaches will be like,
flip it around,
shit.
Hopefully.
We need to do our job. Or else we're out of here. But they haven't done their job all year. Dak's the only one been doing his job, and
exactly.
they don't have Dak.
Dak was the only person showing up for work this whole year, and he broke his ankle trying to do it. Because he's carrying the whole team on his back, so it's a lot of weight on that ankle. So literally, you got no one else showing up for work. Everybody else doesn't know how to play. You got Andy Dalton when he comes in, he's throwing interceptions. Dallas got nothing, bro. Washington don't have anything.
Who does Washington have?
Decent. Yeah.
They got nobody either, bro.
I like Terry McLaurin. I don't know how to say his last name.
Yeah,
Terry.
They got a couple running backs, Antonio Gibson.
Nope. It's not pretty on either side.
Their defense isn't horrible with Washington like Dallas.
But Dallas has the worst defense in the league.
Worst defense in the league.
Reason I'm going with football team.
Just like Shetty says, defense, baby. So that's why I'm going Skins.
I'm going
not Skins.
But I'm
going football team.
Okay.
Got me and Bob going football team. Roman?
I think I'm gonna go with the boys, bro. I think Zeke can pull it together this week. Yeah.
That's the only reason why I'm taking the boys.
Yeah, only because Zeke is a monster in the backfield, bro. And if that guy's on his game, the Washington football's D-line is not that good. So
that's what we call a game changer.
We would call a game changer, exactly.
Yes, sir.
What do we got next, Bobby?
Packers and Texans.
Ooh.
Game. Even though Texans
hopefully Packers come back mad. Hopefully Packers are mad this week, bro.
And if you're bettors, I would bet the over him.
Yeah. A-Rod's going to just freaking discount double check all over the fucking Houston Texans.
I think it's going to be a big scoring game, too. Houston offense looks decent. Their defense doesn't really show up for games, but I have to agree, though. Discount double checks all day. It's Aaron Rodgers. Packers.
I think the Packers are going to come out looking for revenge after Aaron Rodgers just looked like shit on the field last week. Deshaun Watson and the Texans, their passing game has been on the money.
Oh, Deshaun Watson does not look bad. Bro.
He's good.
Does not look bad. He has 6 INTs or 5 INTs on the year, but 1,700 yards, bro.
They got the 10th ranked offense, but their defense is just where they're lacking right now. They have the 31st ranked defense, which you can't win games when your defense doesn't show up, as they've proved it because they're 1-5. So you have to go Packers here. I think it's just going to be a big game for the Packers, looking to assert their dominance in that NFC again.
Yeah, what's crazy is what Shenny was just talking about is that Houston has such a you were talking about Houston having the 31st ranked defense, correct?
Yeah.
Yeah, and they fired O'Brien and had their defensive coordinator take over as head coach, and they have the 31st ranked defense. It's going to be a good game, I think, even though Houston's 1-5.
Mm-hmm.
Packers are dealing with a lot of injuries, which I think will make this game closer than we're all thinking.
And it's in Houston.
It's in Houston. Packers are down with corner injuries a lot, and Houston has these good wide receivers, but I really do think Aaron Rodgers is going to come back and have a MVP-type game because how bad he looked last week.
Yep.
He knows that people are eyeing him right now because he has a young kid behind him. Every move matters for him. Every play, you never know what the future has.
They like keeping him on ice. They like Aaron Rodgers being on ice skates. He went 13-3 last year, and they're like want a little pressure on him. And I love seeing people play. That's like kind of a smart GM coaching move they did over there in Green Bay to get a chip on his shoulder. And I love seeing stuff like that because look at what it brings out of Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah, it brings the best out of him
because of it
so far.
Yep.
He said last week, but I mean, in that game, they lost 2 offensive linemen. So if those guys could come back and protect A-Rod, I think Packers have this game. But it is their number 1 ranked offensive lineman that's hurt. So it all depends on that, I think.
Could you imagine if Houston had the same if you gave Dallas' schedule to Houston, they might be 6-0.
Might be pretty good, yeah.
Bro, put Houston in that division, bro. They're undefeated,
definitely.
never lost.
Never lost.
Cowboys division's so bad, bro. Waste of football.
Waste of football.
Let's start getting to the later games. Seahawks Cardinals, a division matchup. Undefeated
this
Seahawks.
This is gonna be a good one.
Go to Arizona to face the 4-2 Cardinals.
And Kyler looks good this year.
Yes.
I was sleep on him going into the year. He looks good for 5'4", 5'6" on a tall day. He is playing
on
football.
A tall day.
He looks a lot smaller than
on the field. He looks like a little kid.
Bro, he's small. Cap. He's small. Yeah, but he could play football.
He is
He's fast, bro. He runs around the field like this, bro. Fucking
like we were saying, bro.
Yeah, literally.
Can you guys do that again?
Literally like this, bro, all day long. But he did play the worst defense in the league last week with the Cowboys, and the Seahawks just came off a bye. I think I'm going Seahawks here.
This is such a close game to me.
Tanner, in our power rankings, he alluded to it earlier. The Seahawks
defense
is going to be. They have the 21st ranked offense and the 26th ranked defense. There's just no way that could be a number one team in football having those two stats. But somehow they're playing like they're playing like they're in a league of their own. 5-0 up there in the top elite teams. You don't really see bottom ranked offense and defense and still 5-0 playing up there. But Kyler and the Cardinals has also been playing really, really good. They have the 4th ranked offense in the league, and surprisingly, they have the 3rd ranked rushing team in the league. Kenyon Drake's looked really bad. I don't know how that's possible, but
he doesn't look that bad. I mean, he's doing like 70 a game.
I mean, he was supposed to sit last week.
He was supposed to sit last week and fantasy-wise, he's been doing bad, but that's just because he hasn't been scoring a lot of touchdowns. But like yards and carries, he's been doing pretty good.
He's top 5 yards. I'm pretty sure. I just saw that.
Yeah.
I was looking last night.
I had no idea. I have him on fantasy and I hate him. So
478 rushing yards.
Looking for a trade.
Fantasy owners hate.
They also have DeAndre Hopkins, D-Hop, who's looked
game changer,
unbelievable.
Christian Kirk came out of left field last week, also, bro.
Yeah. I mean, these
pipe down over there, Christian Kirk. What are you doing, bro?
This matchup is going to be fun.
But.
This matchup's going to be fun. I think these two teams are going to be fun to watch for the coming years, but I think we were talking about that defense wins, and I think this is upset of the week.
Ooh.
I like to go Cardinals here just to get a little bit of flavors in my picks.
Is that right?
Seattle, I
already had you penciled in at Seattle.
I really like Seattle. I really like Russell Wilson. I just have a feeling for some reason right now.
I love this pick because I had that feeling too, but I can't go get Seattle.
I have a weird.
I don't think it's going to be the Cardinals.
When I picked last night, I circled Seahawks. When I went to the teams and picked last night, I'd circle Seahawks. But the more I'm thinking and looking at this game, I don't think the Seahawks defense is that good. And if Jamal Adams sits another game, I think they're going to start falling downwards.
Remember how hard you argued for them to be one just now? I wish you had this 20 minutes ago.
Up to this point, I think
you
they
wanted them
played
number
very
one.
well. Yeah.
I agree with Roman, though. I agree. I don't think this is going to be the team.
I don't think it's going to be this team, bro. Yeah.
I think Kyler brings something weird, and you're going to have to stop Kyler. And the one thing the Seahawks are missing is Bruce Irvin. Bruce Irvin plays a lot of the time on defense. He plays linebacker, and then on passing downs, he rushes the passer. And I think that's going to be a huge advantage that Arizona is going to use, is losing that heavy pass rush from the Seahawks.
No more headphones for me.
USB down. That's tough.
You just sat on it, bro?
Just snapped her?
You didn't see my fucking computer pull?
Nah, bro. Full send stayed up for you.
Yeah.
Oh, my God, dude. My computer's totally yanked off my bed. Did a 360 and thing.
It just yanked itself, or?
No, I left.
Oh. Maybe you shouldn't get up during the fucking podcast while we're recording. That wouldn't happen.
Yeah, buddy.
Yeah, like I was saying, the Seahawks team.
I think it's going to be a good game, though.
Yeah.
So Bob going Oppo on this one.
Upset of the week.
And we got us three going Seattle, right?
Seattle.
I'm trying to keep score.
I'm going Seattle.
Cool.
Yeah.
Who do we got next?
This could be a bad week for me. Who knows?
Or a really good week. I think Shenny's looking at a good week. He gambled on a couple that I was looking to gamble on. And either he's going to miss big and it's going to be a sad week for Shenny, or he's going to come back. I fucking you know what he did last week.
Yeah.
What's the next game?
We got Chiefs Broncos.
Yes.
Okay.
My game
by a mile.
My keys of the game
3 miles, maybe.
There is no keys of the game. The Chiefs will win.
Patrick Mahomes looked like a star, looked like the MVP of the league last week.
You want to know why there's no keys? Because this is a Ferrari. This is Pat Mahomes. Push the start, buddy. This is going to be an easy win.
Literally, bro. Next game?
Bob, you already picked Chiefs too?
Yeah, Chiefs. That's
next game. Bucks versus Raiders Sunday night.
No, you're forgetting 49ers Patriots.
Oh, sorry.
Hey, 49ers Patriots. Who do you got?
Ooh, this was a hard one.
Yeah. Do we believe that Cam Newton is really affected by this COVID and that, or was it just that he missed multiple practices?
It had to be the practice for me in my head.
Yeah.
I don't know who to pick still this week.
3 practices in 2 weeks. He's coming off a full week of practicing, though.
Is everybody back from COVID protocol is what I need to know. Is it the regular Patriots?
Yeah, I think it's like mostly regular, but the 49ers don't have Mozart. He's injured.
Okay, they got
You just
McKinnon.
made my pick. You know who I'm going.
Patriots.
They
got McKinnon.
Fuck McKinnon, bro. It's Patriots. Defense all day.
49ers just beat a good Rams team last week.
Great Rams team.
Great Rams team. And
great Rams team.
Okay. Keep going. Trevor just threw that one into my mouth. I didn't mean to say great, but a good Rams team, and Cam Newton just looked sorry out there last week. I hope he's feeling better this week, but I think I'm gonna have to go with fucking 49ers here.
Like it.
George Kittle went off last week.
Did go off.
The 49ers are finally starting to click. They're getting everyone healthy again. They beat a great Rams team last week. And Kittle and Jimmy G are connecting like no other right now. They're just on the same page. They have the 9th ranked offense and the 11th ranked defense. So they're looking to crack the top 10 after this week on defense-wise. I think the Patriots are going to have a slow game again. They have the 4th ranked defense, but the 30th ranked offense. But they got the 3rd best rushing team in the league. So they do run the ball a lot, and they run it effectively. Cam has to show up and be effective. He can't just show up like he did against the Broncos and if they want to win. But I'm going to go the 49ers here. I think they're too good to lose this game.
So Roman and Shenny both went 49ers, right?
Yeah. This game was a real toss-up for me. Cam Newton looked absolutely terrible last week, and he hasn't looked good throwing the ball this season. He's kept it short. Last week, he didn't look good at all. I mean, I know they were facing a pretty decent Broncos defense. They couldn't score, put the ball in the end zone other than his rushing touchdown, and that's what he's been doing all year. I really don't know, but I'm going to go San Francisco 49ers on this pick.
One side note too on the Patriots, it was the first of never worry that they last went 2-4. So that's why I had to go, bro. I just don't see them.
First of never worry.
Yeah, there's no way they go fucking 2-4. They gotta go 3.
They don't have the great duo in New England anymore, though. Once the duo left, all the legacy leaves, bro.
I think they were supposed to win last week. The practice was just a huge obstacle they couldn't overcome. They had a lot of guys coming back from being sick with COVID. I think I'm looking for Patriots to bounce back. I'm hoping to get this one this week. We move on now to the Raiders and Bucks game.
Raiders, Bucks.
Can't get any hotter than that. Can't get any better than that. You know what I'm saying?
I agree. 4-2
This is going to be a tough
go
one.
to Vegas to face on the 3-2 Raiders.
This is a toss up if there's ever been one, because I don't trust the Raiders to just automatically pick them, and I don't trust the Bucks to just automatically pick them.
Not a toss up.
I'm rolling with the hot hand on this one. I think Tom Brady and folks are starting to kick the gears in. I think Ronald Jones looked great last week running the ball. Gronk's finally getting his groove on too, now that we're getting into the middle parts of the season. This Raiders team, has looked pretty well, honestly. Like, we put them as a top 10 team in our rankings. I have to go Bucks here. Just ride Tom Brady and this team.
Just got breaking news from Adam Scheffler. John Gruden said Raiders had to send 5 starting linemen home because they were around Trent Brown, who will reportedly go on the COVID-19 list.
Yeah, that just made my pick for me.
I was Buccaneers.
5 offensive
I was already going
linemen.
to pick them just solely on the score last week against the Packers. 38-10 is a real beatdown on an undefeated team. So
I had a whole rant ready to go on why the Raiders had a chance to win because John Gruden used to be Tampa coach and he's hyped up. He's had a whole bye week ready to go. But you lose 5 linemen.
Oh, this was going to be a good
See you later, bro.
It's through 4. Tampa.
Through 4. Tampa and 6.
No.
John Gruden was going to come out so hyped up, but no way.
Man. I wanted that game to be really close.
I was going Oppo on that just until the breaking news. Like the breaking news.
That game might not even happen, bro. No.
Yeah.
5 offensive linemen.
Anyway, I'm going Bucks here. Tom Brady ain't gonna lose. Hasn't lost 2 games in a row since 2002. I don't know when he lost. He's never gonna do it again. 3-0, 3 straight wins for Tom Brady. The Bucks are looking hot, beating the Raiders. Yeah, you hear me, Raider fans. They're looking awful.
This is where Tom Brady starts pulling away his name from Patriots this week. He's separating that label. I don't think the Patriots are that good.
Imagine Tom Brady after this week too. Tom Brady gets another win. Patriots go 2-4. Now that discussion's dead. Belichick, you can't talk no more shit.
Dead.
Tom Brady was the guy. It wasn't you, Bill.
Did you see how Aaron Rodgers played against that Tampa Bay defense?
Terrible.
Yeah, they're gonna have to do it again because Derek Carr
can even replicate. There's no shot Derek Carr can do anything better than
John Gruden is the difference maker.
Derek Carr has played well this season. He only has 1 interception.
When you get high-level guys amped up for a game, which John Gruden probably no more amped up than when he plays the Bucks.
Yeah,
you gotta give that a little bit of a factor into when you're thinking about picking this game. At least a little bit. But now with the COVID,
those O-linemen out, bro. Yeah.
I don't care how hyped up you are. You don't got to O-line,
because
buddy.
that Bucks defense line is good. Ndamukong Suh.
Good, yeah. Ndamukong Suh. Yep.
They're all hyped, bro. They got
even with a club hand, like he's still good.
They're got Tom Brady, bro. They're ready to win this year. They're
goated.
They all have that feeling.
This was what I was expecting in the beginning of the season. For it to be happening now is kind of a little late, but I'm excited for it.
It's because no one had preseason. We're seeing these start late.
They're starting good. That's a good start.
It's a good start. Yeah, 4-2.
But it's not what I was looking for.
Couple close games though that made them look bad.
Their linebacking core is the best in football. The Bucks have the best linebackers in football right now. Levante David is a stud. I think he's the best linebacker in football right now. He is playing out of his mind.
What's the next game? We all picked
Bears Rams.
Bears Rams.
And then Monday night Bears Rams. We got our what?
Is this the last game of the week?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Unless the Bucks Raiders game gets postponed to Monday.
Yeah, we have our 9th place team going against our 11th place team.
I think going in with this Monday night game, the only way you beat the Bears is if you can run the ball and pass the ball. And the Rams having a tough time running the ball. I don't care how good Henderson is. I don't care how good Malcolm Brown does for a week. They're having a tough time running the ball. That defense is shaky at times for the Rams. I have to go Chicago this week. I got to go Chicago defense.
I've been going against the go ahead, Shinny.
The Bears offense to me has been looking a little sketchy. It's kind of spinning, it's kind of doing little burnouts. They're not catching grip. They're not going, but they're not going backwards either. They're winning games. They're kind of just waiting to get a grip on something. But they are the 25th ranked offense, but their defense is where their strong point on this team is, and they're the 14th ranked defense. The Rams, they are coming off 2 straight losses, but they have also played a tough 49ers team who was played really good last week. But the Rams are the only team in football ranked top 10 in both offense and defense, and they got the 5th ranked offense and the 10th ranked defense. You have to go defense.
You just said that the Rams defense is ranked higher than the Bears. And watching football, do you believe that? Do you believe the Bears have a worse defense than the Rams?
Bears have a worse secondary.
I don't think so.
I think that's only because Ramsey
had been playing really, really good against his
Ramsey just is a game changer. They have two game changers
Donald,
on defense, and then the rest of that defense is role players.
Yeah, but when their game changers are making the plays, like they're keeping them in the game and stuff, that's why they're good. But
do you really think? Do you think Bears defense, based off of the rankings you just said, you said Rams defense is better? So do you think the Rams are actually a better defense than the Bears?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
No. Watching football.
No, I don't think so. Not watching football. Yeah.
But Shenny, have you picked teams? I'll let you pick your team.
I'm picking the Rams.
Yeah.
Okay. I am also going Rams. I think Aaron Donald has never gotten a sack against Nick Foles, and he made a statement saying that he's looking forward to sacking Aaron, or not.
He wants
Aaron,
him on the list.
Nick Foles.
It's like a head on the wall. It's like a deer head on the wall.
Aaron Donald leads the league in sacks. This defense is good. I don't think it's better than the Bears, but I mean, stat-wise, it might be, but I don't think so. But this Bears offense is the biggest question mark for me, and I've been saying this when we were talking about the power rankings too. I mean, their defense, I think, is the reason why we rank them higher than the Rams, but this offense is a big question mark. Nick Foles is still a question mark for me. If you put Ramsey on Allen Robinson, then who is going to show up for the Bears after that is what I want to see. I think this Rams team has this game.
This is a prove-it-to-me game for Chicago. If Chicago goes out and wins this game, then it's like, okay, now we got to talk about that defense being real.
Yes.
This is like last week for the Steelers.
100% agree.
I just see that Rams team being shaky this year. I don't
There's a
see
lot of
why
games.
Why did you guys lose to
too.
49ers? Yeah, why did you lose to 49ers after 49ers got blown out by Miami? Where Jimmy G started that game against Miami.
Yeah, I don't know. I was watching. I didn't watch this game.
That's what ranks Rams down in my head is the losses that they have.
They didn't really have anyone to cover Kittle on that.
I completely agree though with you guys on that. This defense, or I mean, the offense for the Bears looks shaky. Like that is my only question mark. That running back Montgomery is pretty good. They got a few pieces at wide receiver where like you break it down. If you break it down in my head, I look at like, okay, who's the quarterback for the team? Who's the running back? Who do they got playmakers? Who do they have on the team that are game changers? Right?
Yeah.
The Rams have some game changers on offense where they got Woods, Kupp. They have Higbee who could pop off for a game.
Yeah, Henderson Jr. for the Rams actually has more rushing yards and touchdowns than Montgomery.
Yeah. He's been picking it up the last week. He didn't do as great, but the last 3 weeks before that, he had a couple big games.
Yeah,
and I think if they can consistently run the ball, that's a team to watch. But they haven't been able to. So I think that's going to be huge. If they can run the ball and keep this offense out there on the field and tire out this Bears defense, they're going to be able to win this game. If you go try to score fast, it might work too, because if you go that spread, try to get big plays, because that Bears team might not be able to keep up. It's either play fast or run the ball.
Yeah, that's good points right there.
Yeah. You run a risk though trying to play fast and keeping your defense on the field. So if you're relying on your defense to win and they're relying on their defense to win, you go defense for defense with the Bears, it might not end well.
Yeah.
It's going to be a fun game to watch.
Great game.
I think I'm going Rams too. They're off 2 losses. They're hungry for a win. They got too many threats on that team. The Bears are looking shaky. Aaron Donald's going to get that sack on Nick Foles.
I went Oppo on a lot of picks. This could be a bad week for me.
It's all right. I love it.
Yeah, this was a good week of picks. I think a lot of us went different. We
changed it up a little bit. Let's talk about.
Don't let me get it first place again.
All of the pressure's on you, Shenny, to repeat. You've been talking all that
I
talk.
think pressure's on me a little bit too to hold this first place.
Yeah, you're up at the top. You're sitting there at first place. Gotta get knocked
pressure's
off now.
on me. Yeah.
Shenny though is the guy the shark in the water. He's in here hunting. He just had a big week. He's got to bounce back again. He could take that first spot with a good week this week.
Yeah.
Me and Roman been holding it down.
We're just riding the wave. We're just riding the wave, buddy.
Me and Roman holding it down.
The good games. Hoping we get the bad
You're riding
games.
the wake. The wake.
Yeah.
All right, let's talk about some fantasy standout players who we think will stand out in their games.
Okay. You guys want
to go first?
Start with quarterback? Yeah, let's start with quarterback. I could start right now. I think
I know who you're going to say.
Justin Herbert is the kid, bro. Against this Jags team, who I don't think is
I just looked
good.
at it. I looked at that matchup, and I was like, Herbert's my guy. And then I looked at you talking. I'm like, oh, he's about to say it.
I'm over here snake in the water. Yeah, Herbert is a stud, bro. I think the Chargers really found their quarterback of the future, and I'm happy to say that as a fan of the Chargers. And I think this game's going to be good either way. So I got to
Mike
go
Williams
Herbert.
coming back.
Yeah,
I don't see him not having less than 3 touchdowns this week. I just don't see it. I see Herbert popping off too.
Herbert's
like that
popped off. I mean, he has made a couple bad plays, but he's a rookie, and I think those are rookie mistakes. He doesn't have the one thing that it sucks about Anthony Lane being our head coach is he's a running back, bro, and he's been a running back. Running backs don't know how to read a defense like easily, like as well as a quarterback does, and be able to read and like feed it to the quarterback, and so I think Herbert is now just like getting into his game. I think the Chargers win this game. Herbert gets his first dub, and he's my fantasy standout player for quarterback.
What? You guys got yours yet?
I think I'm going Drew Brees. He's going to come back off of a bye, and Michael Thomas is back. He's just going to let that thing sling this week against the Panthers.
I like that.
Love that.
Well, Tanner, you go, because you might have mine.
Yeah, I'm looking at two right now.
Yeah, I'm looking at two, but one of mine's pretty like red flag, like gonna have 900 points. So.
Yeah. I'm taking him right now. It's Josh Allen. Josh Allen easily gonna have the most points for quarterback. I was looking at him and Tom Brady. That's who Shenny's going next. You're welcome.
I'm going Aaron Rodgers actually.
Oh
no.
Wait. Disclaimer alert though. When I pick a quarterback, they do awful. So if you have Josh Allen on your fantasy team,
you were supposed to
get
pick
somebody else.
Big Ben. I thought we talked about this last.
Get someone else. Get Josh Allen off your team, bro. You got to bench him. He's gonna have 5 points now that I picked him. But go Josh Allen.
Aaron Rodgers gonna have a great week in Houston. I think he's looking for that comeback week. I think he has it.
It's a good take. Who you guys got at running back?
I got DeAndre Swift, bro. Bob was trying to talk about him a little bit, bro. He got 20 points last week. I feel like if APE can sit the bench a little bit and let his young players shine, he can go off this week, bro.
DeAndre Swift, that's a good pick.
DeAndre Swift, that's my fantasy.
You always have a good sleeper running back. Like last week, DeAndre Swift popped off, and you had Myles Gaskin last week for your
Myles Gaskin popped off. Yeah.
Who you guys got?
For my running back, I have a sleeper. I personally just need him to go off, but I think he's going to go off in general. Justin Jackson. I think he's going to get a lot of the carries in that Chargers game. I'm hoping he has a big game, but the Chargers lose. They find a way to blow it. That's what's going through my mind right now. So I just hope he has a big game. I think he'll have a big game. You can bang Justin Jackson out there.
Yeah, against the Jaguars too. I think that's a good take.
I was talking about him earlier a little bit for the Panthers stepping in, Mike Davis. I don't think that Saints defense is that great, and I think Mike Davis has had a pretty good season stepping in, receiving and rushing for the Panthers.
I'm looking for Chris Carson to have a bounce back week. He's been having a couple down weeks. He had a bye week last week. I'm looking for Chris Carson to bounce back against the Cardinals.
He needs to get that dub for sure.
Yeah, they need him. It's going to be a big week.
For wide receivers, can I pick?
Wide receivers? You all want to hear what I got?
I don't want to hear what you got. I want to hear what Bob got, though.
I mean, to Josh Allen on the Jets, I'm going my boy Stephon Diggs.
He's been killing it this year.
Stephon Diggs is a stud, and I know he fell in most fantasy drafts, the later rounds. He wasn't much talked about player starting this season on a new team, but he's third in receiving yards. I think he only has 3 touchdowns, which I think he will definitely be adding on to that versus this Jets defense. So if you have Diggs, he's a lock for sure.
Got to. Who you guys got?
The Steelers have to focus on one big key in the backfield, and that's Derrick Henry. And that's going to let Ryan Tannehill drop back in the pocket and throw it to A.J. Brown for 100 yards. I think that kid's going to go off this week, bro. I need him to.
That was my fantasy wide receiver also. I got to switch mine now. Shenny dying over there. I'm looking at these matchups. I had AJ Brown just now. I'm gonna have to go with a Falcons wide receiver here, but it's not Julio. It's gonna be Calvin Ridley.
Calvin Ridley.
Nice.
Yeah. I'm looking for him to have a big week.
That was my second pick.
Calvin Ridley. Who you got, Shenny?
Lit.
Well, you forgot. Defense wins. Number one defense will come into Tennessee, and the offense is actually going to come out this week. And you know who's going to be the focal point of that offense? Yep, you didn't guess it. It's going to be Chase Claypool. He's going to have a big week again. He's going to go crazy. The numbers are going off. He's going to be beast against that Tennessee defense. And here's a little side receiver who's going to go off no matter what. Devontae Adams is going to have a big week too. So,
you think so?
I
Didn't
think
last
so.
week.
After dropping a lot of passes?
Didn't last week.
Shenny has a little sidebar. I want to add a little sidebar. Michael Thomas, if he comes back actually for real this week, don't forget to add him back to your lineups.
Okay, well then if we're doing sidebars, I got a fucking sidebar too. I've been waiting for the cheetah to pop off. Tyreek Hill. Look for him to have a big game. He's been having like 15, 19-point games. I'm looking for a big 2-touchdown game from Tyreek.
No sidebars here.
Well, before we finish this podcast, do we want to talk a little bit of baseball since we got to see game 1 last night?
No.
Great game.
The Dodgers made me eat my words literally, and it's annoying.
Yes,
you know, the Dodgers, after one game, looked like the National League was definitely a step above, like Tanner was saying on the last podcast.
Wait, before we just talk about the Dodgers in general, please apologize for the takes you guys had about Clayton Kershaw. Please.
Well, going into this game,
give him some props.
That's why I said
ate
my words, because I told Kershaw he was going to shit the bed, and he literally got the most strikes in any postseason he's ever had.
Yes, I will give him some props. Going into this World Series.
I did one of these on the pod. I said, can't wait, because I just had a feeling Kershaw was going to come ready, and he did.
Yeah,
I'm so hype about that.
Going into this game 1, before Kershaw had a career 5 appearances in the World Series, 1 and 2 with a 5.40 ERA. Last night, Kershaw went 6 innings, 1 run, 8 Ks. Looked like Clayton Kershaw, Hall of Fame Cy Young Award winner.
Yes,
this
sir.
Dodgers team, I mean, they look good. Mookie Betts looks like the best player in baseball.
Mookie Betts still in bases.
I
Cody
asked
Bellinger,
for some power,
Robin,
and I got
runs.
it.
Yeah, Tanner asked for Mookie Betts to hit a homer. He did it. Mookie,
look, to come out like that for the Dodgers, to come out
tacos.
Dominant with Kershaw, who's been shaky in the postseason, that's a good sign. That's that team going, look, we're here.
Can we talk about how Glass now shit the bed, though?
And you'd never see that from Glass now.
How did Kevin Cash leave him out for so long?
You know he was a high school teammate with Bauer?
Bauer, yeah.
Oh, really? I didn't know that.
Last night. That was the same rotation. They had their 5 guys from that pitching rotation, all big leaguers.
Oh, do you know Trevor Bauer's teammate at UCLA?
Was it another pitcher?
Garrett Cole.
Yeah.
Garrett Cole.
Yeah.
Bro, there's so many guys who played high school and college together in the big leagues now. So crazy.
No fucking way.
What?
Hold on.
You got breaking news?
I got breaking news.
You got breaking news?
Hurry up.
Again?
Antonio Brown. Seahawks.
Antonio Brown.
Yes, I just saw
way.
That. To end after week 8, and Seattle Seahawks are now positioned to make a push to sign him. Seattle
DK
wants
Metcalf,
a little bit more.
Antonio Brown, bro.
And now I'm mad that I just argued Seattle is the number 1 team.
Now they are the number 1 team.
They might be, bro. They might
we
be.
had 2 breaking newses in our podcast today.
Damn,
Tyler Lockett.
Crazy.
Tyler Lockett, DK Metcalf, Antonio Brown.
And Russell
What are we talking about here? Yeah,
with Russell Wilson.
Yeah, what are we talking? That's gonna be 400 yards.
His suspension ends after week 8, and the Seahawks are now positioned to make a push.
We didn't talk about Le'Veon Bell either on fucking Chiefs, bro.
That's also Bob, didn't you call that? Did you say Chiefs?
No,
Someone said Chiefs.
I think Shenny said Chiefs.
Shenny said Chiefs.
I said Bills, and the Bills talked to him but didn't sign him.
Shenny also said 3 other teams, but
yeah,
was one.
Shenny put his money on the Steelers to sign him.
Yeah,
so I can't give him those props, but that breaking news stuns me right now. That's
crazy, huge. Bro. Yeah, that's huge.
They want to make that offense more powerful.
I don't remember what we were talking about before that. That's huge.
Now it's going to be Lockett, DK, and Brown.
Antonio Brown.
Yeah. Wow, that's huge.
Chris Carson in the backfield. Oh my God, that
have multiple running backs in the
monsters.
Run.
Damn.
Right. I think we've wrapped up everything we need to talk about on the pick'ems. We went through our power rankings. We got all the way through them, 32-1.
Yep. Make sure you like and subscribe. Comment.
That'd be a great week.
Follow us on all our social medias, Twitter, Instagram.
If you don't like and subscribe, you're literally irrelevant. I see you're viewing, and we get way more views than subscribers. So if you're not subscribed, you're not liking, you're not commenting, I don't know
52% of you are not subscribed, and why not? You could win a Fernando Tatis jersey.
Subscribe. And more. Not stopping there.
Yeah. Many more.
Who really wants
we
that
have
Fernando
more
jersey? Coming. Who really wants that Tatis jersey? Who does?
Not Chance Colson or Connor Bennett. Not getting it. Give us some feedback, though. Let us know.
Yeah, let us know if we messed up on any of the power rankings in the comments. Flood the comments. We want to see. If you have any questions for us, anything you want us to talk about, leave it in the comments or DM us on Instagram, Twitter. Just leave feedback. We love it. We love it.
Interact. That's how we know you're liking the podcast.
Yeah, we love it. We're coming and we're staying. Every episode drops on Thursdays and Monday mornings. So make sure you catch up on your
sir. See you next week.
Until we wrap up.
See you next week.
Catch up on your average
next
six.
Week.
Let's go.